If you watched my last video, you already know this. Your lead generation probably isn't broken, it's just scattered in a whole bunch of directions, right? So you're doing a little content, you're doing a little prospecting, and some follow-up, maybe some ads, maybe some open houses, but instead of feeling confident, you feel rather stretched, like in all directions. I know I would. So here's the uncomfortable truth that you need to hear. Most agents like you don't need more lead sources, they need fewer, and just done consistently. So today I'm going to show you only the 3 lead sources that you actually need to scale your business, and why everything else that you see or hear is noise. And simplifying your lead generation actually creates more deals, not fewer. It sounds wacky and sounds backwards, but that's actually the truth. So stay with me here, because this is where your clarity becomes it replaces your overwhelm, right? So quick context for you, so you know where this is all coming from. I've been practicing real estate and investing in real estate since 2009, and I've generated and managed thousands of leads and built standardized lead gen systems that aren't just dependent on me, the agent. They're duplicatable and scalable, which allow me to grow my business without me having to do it. Sound interesting? I'll teach you how to do it too. But if you want the lead source selector that I have used with agents to decide what's worth keeping and what's worth cutting out, comment core and I'll send it to you down below. And if you want help choosing the right sources for your business, the first link in the description, book a call with me on my calendar and we can go over exactly what your business and your life looks like to make sure it's simplified for you this way. Now, most agents think diversification equals safety. In reality, it usually equals inconsistency, because you're just jumping around from place to place to place like a dang rabbit. You've probably heard this before. So here's what I see all the time. 5 lead sources, none of them getting enough attention, no idea which one actually works. And so when a week feels like slow, for example, agents panic and another lead source, and you make the problem even worse, right? So you jump from lead source, doesn't work. You jump from another lead source, it doesn't work. More sources don't create stability. Depth creates stability. So here's what this is all coming from. So I've lived this, and when I was running a guerrilla marketing campaign early on, short sales, pattern interruptions, doing things that other agents wouldn't be doing, it worked because I focused deeply on it. Later, when I added Facebook ads, I didn't stack them rather, like these 10 new strategies on top. I simplified things very, very easy, and I learned that every time I tried to do something, my results dropped. And every time I narrowed my focus, my pipeline stabilized, funny enough. So the lessons that I learned were, the lesson never really stopped being true. And here's the framework I used with other agents to help them. So 1, inbound source. This is how people discover you. It might be your content, your ads, your SEO, something that brings people to you, the agent, right? Not 10 different things, just one that fits your personality specifically. If you don't know, drop a comment down below, I'll help you figure it out. But 1, outbound source is the other option. So this is where conversations happen. This is your database, your referrals, your expired, your FISBOs. Again, 1 lane and 1 lane only. Stick with it and run deep. And then you got 1, nurture system. This is the most ignored piece that, quite honestly, probably delivers the most value. This is your emails, your texts, your AI follow-up, your AI CRM. If leads aren't being nurtured, they're expiring very quietly in the background and probably going to buy with your next door neighbor that is also a realtor. So this is what turns effort into your momentum. The goal isn't to do everything. The goal is to run 3 things consistently, even though they, compound over and over and over. When agents finally simplify, they drop the stress. Their confidence goes through the roof, really, and results become predictable, because that's when lead gen stops feeling emotional. If lead generation feels overwhelming right now, you're just simply not going to do it. That's not a motivational thing, right? It's a focus issue. That's what you got. So comment core and I'll send you the lead source selector so you can decide what to keep and what to cut. And if you want help installing this cleanly and building a standardized system that scales without you, in your business, just go ahead, hit the first link in the description, and we'll have a discussion on what that looks like for you in your life and your business. And in the next video, I'm going to be breaking down where most deals are actually lost, because even with the right lead source, right, the follow-up is where everything falls apart. And that's where most agents, they just simply leak money without even realizing it. So I'll see you on the next video.